All right, welcome to another Woods Report. All right, we got a lot of hot topics today, boy.
Not a lot.
Well, we broke it down to one show now, so we're gonna do one show, and just basically you bring your hot topics, and then I'll bring mine, and then
be a whole show of hot topics and our
our view on what's going on with today. So for me, the top story is where is it at? I can't even see. Where is it at? Is it this one? I can't see.
No. Oh,
I can't see. Okay.
Oh no, that ain't it.
Y'all, this is ridiculous. She got on glasses and she can't see.
Did you close it?
She has on glasses and she can't see.
Because it starts with movie.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that was an
all right, y'all. So the Woman King.
Okay.
Everybody keeps talking about boycotting, possibly.
It's kind of late.
Boycotting. Well, it's not late, but
no, it's late. They did 19 million,
which I think is good in a way, right?
You can boycott all you want to. They made money.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Okay, I wanted to see what all the fuss was about.
Okay.
Apparently, this tribe that this movie
so you got more insight because we were getting bit by bit.
Everybody kept talking about how they were slave traders. They were slave traders. And so I was like, okay, so they were slave traders. So what? A lot of African tribes were slave traders. No, these guys were big time. They were. This tribe,
like drug dealers, but they was like the mafia.
They were worse than the mafia. So these guys, apparently, from what I'm hearing, you guys can go look up the history of the tribe.
And what country is this anyway? Did they say?
Yeah, just go look it up.
Because that's important. What country?
So apparently the tribe that they're talking about is they made their money off of slave trade, okay? And the big deal about them, I think that's not where the controversy comes from. The white people literally had to send people over there to stop them from
because they kept doing it. They was making money.
They were taking slaves on their own
and keeping
them and sacrificing them to the gods and doing all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
So it's a whole lot of going on with this.
But here's the thing: the slaves from other tribes, other countries,
and it wasn't tribes that was at war with them.
Oh, they was
trying to conquer everybody.
Wasn't Zulu? What's his name? Zulu?
They were. This not the Zulu tribe.
No. Oh, what's his name? They did the movie on.
Yeah, Shaka Zulu. So probably the same sentiment.
Because he wasn't all positive either.
But the difference with Shaka is they didn't try to make it seem like he was like nice and his tribe was nice and stuff.
Well, at first.
No.
He started losing his mind and started doing things crazy.
Well, they tried to show why he was doing it.
Yeah, okay.
But this one, I guess the controversy is she doesn't really, what's her name?
Viola,
since her and her husband produced it. They don't really address that. And I think that's what people, and I was telling you it's the equivalent, because at first I was like,
You think it would be any difference if her husband and her addressed it?
Yes, because at first I thought it was like people just make mad because it doesn't fit the true story. Nothing in Hollywood is ever the true story, right? And I gave you an example before we went live. I said it's like the Ten Commandments. There's nothing about that movie, The Ten Commandments, that other than the fact that it was commandments.
It was the storyline. They added things for Hollywood.
The whole
we know Joshua didn't have a girlfriend.
Even Aaron. It was Joshua. The whole thing was fake. Yeah. It was the whole
there was some
story
things they planted.
Fake. Right.
No, the whole story wasn't fake, but the depiction of it was added. They made some. The
majority of the
storyline Moses did happen.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
But the storyline, the majority of that movie was fake. Okay, even him coming back and with his sword.
If you read your Bible, that means you don't read your Bible, don't it?
Right. And Pharaoh coming back and all of this, all was fake, fake. Okay. So I thought that's what this was. It was just taking liberty of the true story.
They kind of Kool-Aid down some of the real truth that really happened.
Yeah.
They didn't get the gist of it when the whole storyline was
this one guy I saw, and I'm still going to go see it.
Okay.
This one guy who went to see it, I think he summed it up great for me. He said it was a good movie. He said he liked the movie. It was a little violent for him. Ooh. He said, but he found himself cheering
on for this group.
For that group. And that's the part when I was saying with Moses and the 10 Commandments. The 10 Commandments that was written.
Warrior women.
Yeah, the 10 Commandments that was written, they didn't say make up commandments at the end. Like, thou shalt not
steal her shoes.
Yeah, or something. Thou shalt not wear his robe in public.
Thank you.
Thou shalt not
cut his hair during the evening
change
time.
your hairstyle. Because then Christians would have lost their minds and boycotted it.
So they kept the majority of the storyline true.
It didn't change the way you felt about Moses,
God,
Joshua, the burning bush.
Yeah.
You didn't like Moses.
You didn't like Pharaoh.
In the Bible, you don't like Pharaoh in the movie.
Exactly.
You liked Moses, you cheered him on in the Bible.
Even though his beginning was shaky.
You like Moses, you cheer him on in the movie.
Okay.
This was like changing who they were.
But you know what? Aside from that, and I get where you're going. I get where you're going. We've had some movies.
I gotta watch it, though.
We've had some movies, and I can't remember, gosh darn it, where we was cheering on the bad people.
Yeah, but it wasn't a true story.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe because it was fiction.
Yeah, it's fiction.
But okay.
Yeah, that's not. No. This is loosely based on a true story.
Now, was it truthful on how the women came about in being the warriors and that they were?
Well, according to...
Because they're going to have to be strong regardless if they're fighting for some negative cause or not.
That was the other thing that I looked at when I was looking at the history.
Right.
Apparently, and I know I'm going to get a lot of kickback for this, and you guys do your own research.
Okay.
They wasn't as strong in real life.
She made them stronger.
Just everybody relax and everybody calm down.
Okay, so why? Why you say that?
Okay. Apparently, if you look at the real story or whatever, they were good because they helped in the numbers, but they were slaughtered. It didn't make any difference.
What do you mean they were slaughtered?
The French, I gotta go see the movie, y'all. But if it's the French who they were fighting, they slaughtered. It didn't even. I think it was so few of the French that died that it was ridiculous.
That's just wrong that you're even bringing this up. Here we are behind, granted it's controversy, but we're at least thinking these women had no choice but to fight. They had to be strong. Then they were strong. They was rejects, whatever.
Yeah,
and you did feel for them, even though they had to fight for the cause that they may not have been in agreement with.
I know.
You saying pretty much they wasn't strong and they didn't win that much. They was weaklings and... then the king probably should have just killed them all then. There would be no purpose of having these women.
So I guess my question is, and I want to go see it, because some people who saw it said it was a good movie.
So the
movie is good.
Okay. Yeah. But the storyline.
Why did Viola do this movie?
Maybe we can see an interview of her sharing that.
I've seen her in all these whatever
movies that she's been in.
No, all of the
characters,
interviews.
Okay. Oh yeah.
She really needs to address this. I really think so. Maybe she don't want to address it because she want people to come see it.
What's her name addressed the Little Mermaid issue?
No, but
see, sometimes you may not want
to. Sometimes you don't want to address the controversy.
They made 19 billion.
I think she probably will once it's the hoopla, the opening.
And maybe they
will.
Talked a little bit about it when she was on The View. And people can speculate. That's the problem. We're all speculating because she don't say. She said, even looking at Whoopi, how hard it is sometimes to get a movie out.
Yeah.
And people to support it. What was the reason what made her so... It took some years for her and her husband to get this out. It wasn't no 2-year, 3-year thing.
Yeah.
Was it because of the storyline? Was it because of the graphics? Maybe it was... I don't know what that...
I'm guessing, and I'm just going to guess, and we can't speak for Viola Davis. Mm-hmm. I think it's because of the fact that women were rejects and were forced to fight. Mm-hmm. And they fought. But if the storyline, I feel, would have been... around that, maybe it wouldn't have been so controversial. Maybe
did she read up on something where maybe a certain time there was a lady that kind of was overseeing them and they got stronger in that moment, that season?
I don't know.
Because if you think about it, you're not going to always be a positive for the cause of why people are doing something. I still talk to Vietnam guys in Vietnam, and that war, they were shunned when they came home. They didn't have no support like your World War II vets and Korean vets. Yeah. They felt like it was a waste for us to be over there fighting. Our purpose for fighting was wrong. All of that. And a lot of Vietnam vets, they feeling it. They feeling dang, we're fighting for our country. We may not agree with why we're fighting for it or who we're fighting. So this one, to me, even though the storyline is it's kind of shaded and grayed out and it's not a positive, the fact that the women, it just showed, if you're saying it's not true, it hurts our feelings that they never existed as strong as they were.
According to, that's what I'm saying. If you look at that history, they got slaughtered.
This could have very well been a Marvel comic movie.
Or do you think
Black Panther?
This is what, now I'm starting to think. Hold on for a second. We getting to the bottom of this. Maybe there was a demand for it because of Black Panther and the women in the Black Panther. The women in the Black Panther were these strong warrior African women.
Protecting
and somebody probably talked to her, Viola, and said, we need a movie with some strong African women. And maybe she thought this is a true story of women who had to fight. And they had to train along the
best of their situation.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter if Hollywood makes it Hollywoodist.
To me, you guys,
I don't know.
Unless you're from these tribes, this is your history. Like how we had to look at the whole situation with the queen and the lady who made that comment about the queen being dead. And she's from a island where the queen and the whole monarch was over her island. She sees it different.
But it's so many.
We're not.
What do Africans think about this?
We don't live this history. We don't know it.
I like to know, what do Africans think about it?
It's Hollywood to us. It's like, to me, it's not like the movie with the 3 black ladies and the science and what is it? The astronauts and all that. That movie. Yeah. Where that movie probably was a little the family members can probably say, nah, that didn't really happen. But yeah, my mom was in the with the app, what do you call it? I'm losing what I'm thinking.
I don't know what you're talking
about.
With
the astronauts, the black women, the 3 black women with the mathematics.
Oh yeah,
that movie. Okay. Some people can probably say the whole storyline was not 100% right, accurate.
Yeah,
but maybe 95%.
But we didn't boycott it because it's not like
it was good information shared, and we didn't know about these.
Well,
women.
This is good information, but it wasn't. Okay, you gave a great example. What if that same movie, they didn't show the racism that they had to go through?
Right.
We would be mad about that.
Yes.
That's probably how some people feel about this movie.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be directly accurate, but at least tell some truth of what was going on back then.
Because we would know back then, and if they wrote that movie, Hidden Figures, to be exact, and they show no racism,
we would be upset.
We'd be like, that ain't the real world.
So I think that's why some black people are upset about this movie. It's because I feel like you could have still showed them being strong women and fighting and all of that, but the rest of the tribe should have been a-holes, in my opinion. They should have made the guys and the king and all of that an a-hole, so that we would go, I really don't like them, but I like the women.
But
that's what they should have did.
But you did say that people were rooting for the women.
No, they was rooting for the tribe.
Oh, the tribe, even with the king.
The king was good. Everybody was good, I guess.
Oh,
and that wasn't real.
But they not tell the truth on how the king made these women fight.
I don't know. I'm just saying part of it. That part is fine, but the other part is...
No, I'm saying as far as what she said on The View.
Right.
I would think that the king would be... You would see a butthole king because the way she said the women had to fight.
I don't think
it's either I'll kill you or you go and fight.
Let's see it, and then we'll come back and give our review from actually seeing it, and then versus what history says about this tribe. Because if there wasn't people being held on a plantation they had their own plantation, like with slaves, and they sacrificed some of them to their gods. So I gotta see this in this movie, and to the point to where the white people, and I know black people hate that I'm saying this, had to send their people over there to kill them because they kept enslaving tribes that have done treaties with them. Because they was trying to get money. You don't know where this. I guess we got to do more study. What country was this? It's West Africa. West. Well, we gotta look. Yeah. It doesn't. What does that matter? That makes a big difference as well. Not back then. Yeah, it does. It's good to know your history. What country in Africa? No, but what does that have to do with what we're talking about? Because the location of where they were and where they fought and their tribes and all of that is a person from the continent of Africa would want that known. No, because here's the thing. I want to know. Period. Of the true story. I don't. We already know it's a true story. There's truth to it. So now people are questioning. Here's the thing. It's not so much what people think about the continent. Africa, in my opinion, this is my opinion, you guys. And it's always based on something, but go ahead. My opinion, Africa has always had a bad rep. Everybody that's not of a person of color, or even some people are afraid to go to Africa. They think of wild savages and you'll get killed, and they don't see the beauty of beauty and the richness and the background of Africa. So when you talk about this particular tribe, Kenya, if they're not Kenyan, if they're not Ugandan, if they're not South African, they're going to want America. That ain't our country. No, but America, I'm saying that was Ghana. I get what you're saying. Cameroon. I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But for that reason, I get what you're saying. But this happened so long ago. These people don't even exist anymore. Okay, if they're not existing, I just wanted to know what location, what area of the continent. Yeah, they don't, because we all know the history of Egypt. All right, they don't exist anymore. Egypt had slaves as well. Right, and that's the northern part of Africa. Right. So I'm thinking there's bad in all across the country, all across the world. But we talking about this movie. But I'm just saying that the fact that this movie is getting so much negatives, it's like, okay, I understand. I just want to see maybe because it's people of color. No, I want to see it. Because if they're showing a movie and it's a good movie, but it's making you feel a certain way about the group in the movie that's just not real, I want to know. So that's all. Okay. I want to know. Just like I told you with the 10 Commandments. If they didn't change how you feel about Moses. Like the passion of, we talked about the passion of Christ. Yeah, that's different. You giving Jesus a girlfriend. A relationship with Mary. Yeah, that's crazy. Mary Magdalene or one of them. All right. Okay. So, okay. But we need to see it though, so we can really have a real understanding of the movie itself. Okay. All right. So that was that. I'm just going to close that out. Right. Okay. What else you want to talk about? You can do yours next. What was yours? One of them was, it's going back to what you said about the whole Little Mermaid. Trevor, I like Trevor Noah. Every now and then I'll catch him and see what his take on things are. But you can kind of tell with this update, he was not happy. He was not happy or understanding. What is he talking about? The Little Mermaid. The controversy with surrounding the Little Mermaid. This make-believe character. He said the redhead one, nothing happened to her. That redhead one still exists. We got a black version. They mad over a black Little Mermaid, thinking that she's going to replace the red mermaid. This is another version. It's just another version. It's like Frozen. Yes. On Frozen, they had, on the Oscars, they had an Asian lady come up there and sing, and they had them from all over the country coming up to sing the Frozen song. Yes. And nobody lost their minds. But did they change the character to Asian? Made her eyes Asian and all of that. They probably lose their mind over that too. They would lose their mind. Thank you. And I think he kind of hits on it like a lot of us who feels like, what's the controversy? Especially when they showed the little black girl's response to him. Well, let's see what he said.
Strange things happens about which character is being played by whom, and people get angry. I would get it if people had good faith arguments, but you can tell that people are just using these moments to disguise a discriminatory idea or like a racism that they hold. It's like it's your thing. You know, people are gonna act like, oh no, the Little Mermaid. I'm here because I'm a Little Mermaid purist. I come up with all these bullshit answers. They'll be like, you know, you look at the history of the Little Mermaid. I'm sorry, the history of the Little Mermaid. You mean the imagination of the Little Mermaid?
That's the other thing. It's a mermaid.
It's not a real life character. Like, she's all mermaids for real. There's not a black skin one.
And they keep saying the history. You mean the story that was made up? It's not real
if we
history.
want to go into history of even real people, this is a made up character.
They are so ridiculous.
If it's white people saying this, white people think about it. Who played Native Americans back in the old show?
White people.
White people. So
who played in the Ten Commandments? White people.
The history.
How you gonna be white and you playing Egyptians?
The history is fake. Even when they
no. Of course, what we believe is that's actually true history.
Right.
So you're playing Moses,
true history,
and Egyptians, that's real history.
Real history.
And you're white.
Yes.
But you don't have a problem with that.
Or the Kung Fu
or
guy.
Jesus.
He's the Asian man.
Or Jesus.
Or Jesus.
Even in the Last Temptation of Christ. Anything.
Yes.
All white men.
But this is a make-believe character and you're screaming about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. All right, here we go.
I mean, if you look at it, if you were a fan, you would have known that Disney had long created black mermaids. Like, they did this, they spin off all their movies, they've had tons of them. They had like a black mermaid, she did sign language, used to be a cartoon when we were kids. People don't care about it. It's never happened. It's just, look, here's the thing, it's not about race, it's just about realism. I'm sorry, what?
It's about realism. So a talking fish is real, a crab.
Yeah, that's real.
And then the other thing,
Under the sea.
When we went to Africa, you've been to Uganda and stuff, and we went to South Africa, the Danish influence that they've taken over everything and ripped and impoverished the whole land, they said. They pretty much stole everything from the South Africans. Every time I hear somebody white say, this is a Danish story, it drives me up the wall. Because this is an African folk story that happened long before Danish people came. Then they'll bring in the Greek stories. Well, this is about the Greek god
mythology and all that.
Let's just, because they're exhausting when they start bringing all this stuff up. The bottom line is, it's a mermaid.
And the bottom line is,
it's not real.
So what? That's the history. We're changing history.
Not even real history. Made up history.
The last shall be first, and the first shall be last.
And then it's ironic that they try and use representation as the argument the other way around. You know, so they will say, it's not about representation. Who cares who plays the role? All that matters is the best person gets the job. And it's like, have you heard Hannah Bailey sing?
Thank you.
Have you heard her sing? You know, just like the best person. Like, who do you think they got? You think Disney is just out there in the street like you? Come, let's go. You think they play games like that? But it is the best person for the job. You're angry about who the best person was.
Thank you.
That's what you're angry about. And it's like, no, but the Little Mermaid, she means so much. And I don't deny that. I don't deny that it must have been amazing for any redhead little girl to see the Little Mermaid. It must have been amazing. It's a beautiful experience. But the movie's still there. You get what I'm saying? It's not gone.
Thank you.
You can't not watch it. It hasn't been burned. It is still there. You can still.
I like Trevor.
Thank you. I love
but in other words, yes, he's saying exactly.
We didn't take nothing away. We just added another spin to it.
There.
Thank you. You can still go back and see the red hair and the little pointed nose.
And then I love how they say stuff like, well, what if we make a white Black Panther?
He says that. That's his comment. But listen to his response.
Watch it and you can enjoy it. I do all the time. It's not going anywhere. It's like, they get so angry. But what about the little girls with red hair who won't what? See themselves in what? A Disney cartoon? Like, are you being serious right now? You have the princess in Brave. She was red-haired. Remember her, right? You have Anna from Frozen, right? You have the little kid from Up. Remember, like pulls off the helmet and like the hair does a thing. The cutest thing is like, remember that? Red hair. There's tons of other characters. There are more red-haired Disney like stars like women who are stars in the franchise than black women. But now you're gonna make it seem like it's not like one should be against the other. There's no need. You have the Little Mermaid. It's fun. Now you got Halle playing the real version of it. That's fun. Don't make it about realism. It's guys, it's under the sea. There's a crab. There's a crab that is gonna talk, and you're worried about this element. People are like, oh, I just think it should be. It's the whole thing. And then I love when people go, oh yeah, so if you don't care, then how would you feel if the Black Panther was played by a white guy? I'm like, well, the difference here is the Black Panther. Blackness is central to the character's identity. Like literally. You know what I mean? It's like literally, that is the whole point of the thing. And by the way, if you're gonna bring a white guy who's gonna be like, bring him. I wanna see that guy. Bring just for fun.
Thank you. That's why I always tell people when they comment that, well, why don't we do a white color purple? Go ahead.
Go and do it. Make our day. Do that. That's what he said. He waiting on the Black Panther.
White Black Panther. Yes. Do a white, because you got to address Wakanda.
Yes.
You got to address all of that.
Yes.
So do it.
And what you going to change your mom to? Everybody's going to be changed to the color of that man, that white man.
Yeah,
so
do
he's
it.
Change Wakanda.
Oh, they so ridiculous. And it's the same as like Spider-Man.
Right.
When they had
how many Spider-Man?
It was that young guy was the black Spider-Man the last time.
Yes.
They didn't say nothing about that.
They sure did.
Why are they saying something about the Little Mermaid?
I don't know. Why the controversy on the Little Mermaid? Because there was a black Spider-Man. I don't get it. And then you always got to...
And it's not the white mermaid. If it was called the Little White Mermaid,
yes,
then I can see you saying
a black girl.
Why y'all got to change everything to black?
Right. And a lot of these characters don't have a color on it. Cinderella was played by, what's her name?
Brandy played Cinderella. Did they lose their mind? I can't remember. That was so long ago.
I don't even know. They didn't have social media like this.
It wasn't social media. See, everybody got a keyboard now. Mm-hmm. See? Mm-hmm. Back then they could be outraged, but nobody cared. Nobody could hear you talk. But now,
I noticed they didn't, I'm glad, and maybe it's a good reason why we did The Wiz versus The Wizard of Oz in a black version of it. Do you think they would have been crazy then?
Oh, well, Peel... What's his name?
Yes.
The one that he's doing the Black Wiz. Wizard of Oz.
Oh, he is? They're finally going to do it?
Gordon, I think it's
because I was wondering why.
So if they lost their mind, well, see, they don't care if we do another version.
Yeah.
If ours would have been called the Pond Mermaid,
the Urban Mermaid,
the mermaid from the Caribbean,
yes,
they wouldn't have cared,
right? But
the Little Mermaid, they lost their mind. So the Wiz,
we're touching the original.
The Wiz, they didn't care.
Right.
Because they was like, you got your old soul music, you got your dancing,
Michael Jackson doing his little thing.
You got your hip hoppity, but you're not singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. She's from Kansas.
Yes.
How many black people live in Kansas?
Thank you. Go ahead, Peel, do it.
So if they mad over the Little Mermaid,
they gonna have a heart attack.
They gonna die when the Wizard of Oz. Because people kept saying, why is he not doing a remake of the Wiz? Mm-hmm. Now we know why. He probably like, no, I'm doing a remake of the Wizard of Oz. And you know what? Somebody out there, director, producer, can you redo the 10 Commandments?
Ooh, well, I don't know. Why you want the 10 Commandments redone?
Because it's real black people.
Oh, really showing the black folks in it. It's not just that man, the black man who helped carry the cross.
Or the dancers. No, in the 10 Commandments. The
dancers that came in.
Everybody else was white.
They was bringing gifts to Pharaoh.
Let's redo the 10 Commandments. Let's just redo all this. Lone Ranger. Let's redo the Lone Ranger, the real Lone Ranger. That was a black man.
Kung Fu with a real Asian man.
With a real Asian man. Yeah. Let's redo all of it.
You know, we pretty much, I don't know if we can do a lot of that because we're trying to be politically correct now. So, politically correct, they have to probably put a real Asian in there anyway.
And then I hate when people say, well, we should be colorblind. America's a melting pot. Well, we should be colorblind. Let me tell you why I don't like when people keep saying colorblind. When you're colorblind, you don't see colors.
You don't.
I don't think you should be colorblind. I think you should see the beauty in all the colors.
Thank you.
Quit saying colorblind. Because what color is blind? White?
Yeah.
What's this is no color.
Void.
If you avoid color, what is that? White.
I guess if they make it, if that's what they're thinking, they need to say it that way and not say be colorblind.
Yeah,
'Cause
just
you're
say
right, see the beauty in
see
all
the
colors.
beauty in all races and all colors and diversity. And
Yes.
I hate when people say melting pot
Yes.
because when something is a melting pot, it loses its individuality and its characteristics.
It don't need to blend like that.
No.
It needs to be the flavors that you
Yeah,
add
what's
in
wrong
there.
with chocolate and vanilla and strawberry and all these flavors coming together and you seeing the diversity in them. So I'm sick of people.
So yeah, I just wanted to share Trevor's his take on it. And you can tell at the end of it that he's just
Let me see. Fed up with everybody?
Let's see.
Get them to meet with Ursula and she'd take their voices away. She's like, until somebody kisses you, don't come back. You ready? People are so angry. Then they go touch grass. No.
See. That angered him, I could tell. They had it even on the Inside News last night.
They had him?
No, the Inside News people was even talking about the controversy about it.
And then if you don't like it, just don't go see it.
Watch it. Don't go. These are probably.
Why do you have to I've seen some of the ugly stuff that people put up. They put up Ancient Mama and all this other stuff, and it's just not even. And then saying she's not good looking. What world are you on to say that Haley's not good looking?
These are probably the same people that wouldn't appreciate the movie The Bridgerton, because Bridgerton was showing all diversity.
No, they didn't care about that because it didn't take the real.
Queen, but the queen was black.
No, but I'm saying it's not real. It didn't take they consider real, even though it's a mermaid.
It's a made up kind of.
It's a mermaid.
Okay.
That's what they want.
Okay.
And then the controversy from black people who don't want the Little Mermaid.
What was
I don't want Disney giving us. Why they got to give us handouts and leftovers? Give us a real character. And I agree with that. Can both things be true?
Thank you. Why we got to be, especially people of color? Why are you even negative at all?
That's why I told you about going back to the Woman King. I'm gonna support it because I love Viola. I love Viola Davis.
Yes.
And I think she's done enough in our community and worked enough as a black actress for us to give her support and not let this flop.
Right.
But there's some questions that she need to answer on that.
And
that's all. But we can still support it.
And I'm surprised too. Maybe a lot of them are even told to not say anything because of the controversy. But she has African women that are part of her cast.
Okay,
they're from Africa. They're from different countries.
Okay,
so
all right.
I don't know who knows that they're not even speaking to the negativity of the movie.
All right, well, let's
all right, Trevor, go ahead.
I like that. Okay, Nicki Minaj makes City Girls JT recite her diss song during an Instagram live.
What?
Okay, now hold on. I got a different take on this.
Okay.
All right, everybody relax and calm down. JT is from the City Girls.
Okay.
You don't have your little rap book out, but I think you wrote her name down last time. She writes down rappers when we mention their names.
Each name that she comes across.
And I think I have mentioned JT before.
Yeah. Okay. She has a show, right? A podcast?
No. You're thinking of Young Miami.
Oh, Young Miami.
Yeah, that's her partner.
Let me see if I got JT then.
That's her partner in
because she would have an asterisk.
Oh, you don't have JT, so put JT down.
Yeah, because I have asterisks by the women.
All right, everybody calm down.
So JT is her last
name? Just JT, that's it. So she's a rapper, right?
And she's with the City Girls, right?
Yes. So apparently in this whatever song that Nicki just recently put out, she put a lot of young rapper girls, or a few, not a lot, a few rapper girls on her song. Okay. So, and Nicki has a big following. So to be featured on her song is big because
I hate to say, but she does. She has
a
big following.
And crazy people that follow her, like the Beehive and stuff.
Yes.
So the fact that she put her on her song is a big deal because that gave JT probably even more exposure, even though she was a city girl, more exposure. And then the other people but they were saying that you have to kiss Nicki's butt in order to be her to shout out you or give you any kind of, you do. So apparently a few years ago,
when she was hosting on one of the Housewives show. She was the Potomac. She was hosting on there, and they was kissing her butt while she was on there.
Yeah, they love kissing her butt.
Oh God.
Okay, and I would think if I was her, I'd be sick of it. But anyway.
Oh, go ahead.
JT has kissed her butt. She's done it too many times.
Okay.
Well, apparently they both was on IG Live. Okay. So it says Nicki Minaj confronted JT of the City Girls over an old diss song during a recent Instagram live session. JT a few years ago did a diss song on Nicki Minaj. She wasn't friends with her then. The two rappers were in the middle of a conversation on IG Live when Nicki questioned JT about the track and told her to recite the lyrics. I could tell you were a troublemaker because you was saying all type of crazy, you know what, and doing diss records about me when you were in the car, Nicki told JT. How that song go? Rap that song for me right now. The city girl happily obliged and recited her lines, which appeared in a video from before the Florida duo blew up and later circulated in 2019. My diss song? Wait, what it say? Nicki can't rip no effing beat. She ain't even from the streets, she rapped. When JT began to falter and forget her rhymes, Nicki interjected. No, finish it. Keep it going. JT replied, wait, I don't remember. Nicki can't rip no blank beat. You ain't even from the streets. I'ma drop you like a bag of groceries, prompting a laugh from the queen of rapper. Okay, hold on. Now, a lot of people reported this and said Nicki was wrong for doing that. Mm-hmm. Okay?
You know why she did it.
Well, hold on. Let me say my thing. Hold on. Saying that was wrong. You already got the girl kissing your butt. Now you want her to recite the song that she was dissing you.
That's still kissing her butt.
Right. Mm-hmm. And it just makes you look worse. It makes you look more like a bully. But I got a different take.
I say I got back at you for you doing the rhymes on me.
I got a different take.
What was your take on it?
I actually kind of like Nicki for doing that. And let me tell you why. Mm-hmm. I told you that I don't like her. And every time I go crazy with not liking her, she does something that makes me kind of like her again. Mm-hmm. This kind of made me like Nicki again.
And why is that?
I felt like she was being funny about it. It's like, if let's say me, like us, right? Mm-hmm. And let's say we become famous, right? Mm-hmm. We're doing this stupid YouTube thing. Mm-hmm. And somebody do it on their little channel and they talk about us. Talking about my teeth and gaps in it and your hair and all that, which they do now. Mm-hmm. And we real famous now, right? We more famous
and we
than
have
they
them
are.
On our show.
And we bring them on our show.
And we're friends now.
Not friends, but talking.
We're cordial.
Okay. I say, tell us what you said about us a few years ago.
I was talking about, hey, y'all teeth is got so many gaps in your teeth.
I don't remember, Kim.
I need directions to get to one tooth to the next.
Yeah, you said something funny. You said something about my teeth, right? Yeah. You said something about her hair.
You said it was like a dead rabbit on top, like the tail was hanging, and you didn't know.
And if we're laughing about it, I don't feel like that's bullying. I think it's being funny. Like, what did you say about me again? But if she would have did it cruel, I think I would have taken it another way.
So you saw the her in that whole
on
thing?
The video, and okay. JT came back later and said, "I'm tired of all y'all saying that Nicki came at me like that. That's not how it was. We was laughing."
So she had sensed the whole mood environment.
Yeah, and she said we was laughing about just to hear our history.
I can't remember. It was some along the lines of you can't do nothing, you can't rap, and you kind of like you ain't from the hood.
You ain't nothing. You ain't worth nothing.
Words, girl, come on. You remember that one verse that talked about my head?
Remember you said my head was long. Okay, how long is my head?
Your head was such long as the state of California.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I thought it was kind of funny.
I think when you say that.
In the spirit of
in
which
the
it was,
spirit, that here everybody needs to understand too. That's why we can't take things so personal. Yes. Where is it coming from?
Where's the spirit that's coming in?
See the innocence,
right?
Because if it's not coming from a mean place, a negative place, in fun, or they just don't know that they're hurting you. They're sincere, like. Really?
That's how I took it.
So, okay. You got a point now.
And that's how I feel. I feel like people was taking it like she was being a bully. And
that was the first thing I thought of.
You thought of it.
Until you broke it down.
And then JT came back and said, why do y'all always have to make things like one against the other or whatever?
Yeah,
that's not the spirit in which Nicki did it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's the spirit in which you do stuff. Because I've met people and said stuff like that. Like, what did you say? Did you say something about me? Oh, girl, I ain't like you then.
Yeah.
But I like you now.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it to them to be bullying.
Yeah.
I'm saying it to them to be funny.
Like, girl, you said something about
Did
my
you say
head
my head was
time.
big? Did you say I had a big head?
Mm-hmm.
No. My head is still the same size. It hasn't changed.
Oh,
So,
or even if they really honest and say, girl, like she said, like you just said that little comment, girl, at that time, I wasn't feeling you.
at that time,
You
I was
was
up and
not
coming
nice.
rapper. You was the queen, and I had to come at you.
Yes, and that's the
That's
only
it.
way I figure I can come at you.
I had to knock you.
So, but you cool. You
And then nothing she really said,
that wasn't really.
JT, that was really to where Nicki would be like, oh, I'm going to crush her for saying that.
You know, people got so much going on in their own personal lives,
Yeah.
shade and not happy.
Yeah.
They're going to want somebody to not be happy.
Exactly.
So they will see it as negative. Girl,
Exactly.
she trying to make you kiss her foot even more now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's unfortunate because the light that's in us or lack of light, we try to shine it on somebody else.
Exactly.
That filth, that dirtiness that we're not feeling,
Right.
or we're not happy, or
Yeah.
we want trash from you.
Exactly.
Or see your trash or your what is it, shade being thrown.
So that was it
That's
on
a
that
good
one.
point. Okay,
That was a good one.
so she's my new JT.
I still don't
Oh.
like Nicki, but I'm saying that made me like her a little bit more when she did
You
that.
still don't like her.
No, she still, because as soon as you like her, she's like Kanye. As soon as you start liking him, you watch Kanye's documentary, then you start liking him a little bit. You watched his documentary.
I watched The Hustle.
Yeah.
I watched.
He repping Chicago because we from Chicago. He repping Chicago.
I saw The Drive. I saw
like-
The Hustle.
Yeah,
But you know what?
And then he do something, you be like,
But you know what? At the beginning of it, until his mom died,
he lost his mind.
when his mother, that was when his
But he
mom
was
was
an a-hole
alive.
even then,
Not
though.
that much though, because the mom kind of kept the balance too.
Yeah.
Aside from medicines,
I don't know.
his
Well,
meds,
well,
whatever.
Anyway,
Okay.
but yeah, that's how she is.
Okay.
Soon as you start liking her, she do something that make you go,
Hey,
all right.
you gonna stay on her not like her list then?
I think she likes that because it keeps her relevant.
Okay.
Okay, so
What's up
now
with these
just
guys?
real
Do
quick
I have
with them.
these guys' names?
Yeah, you got Tory Lanez. August is not a rapper. You don't need him. August is the guy who was with Jada Pinkett.
Tory Lanez.
Remember we said that he's a young guy
It's
who
one R.
Yeah. Remember we said that August, Jada Pinkett was with her son's friend. She started having an affair with her son's fair.
Yes,
That's
yes.
August. So
The
you
one
didn't
with the
know
glasses?
August. Yes, that's August.
He didn't look like that though.
No, he looks good, but that's in this picture. He don't look that
He had
good.
a better looking picture.
Yeah. He's cute. He's cute.
Okay.
From New Orleans.
Okay.
Tory Lanez is in the news again. Apparently, he knocked August out.
Was he drunk? This
No.
the same guy that had the Megan.
The same. The only reason why I'm bringing this up is
If that's
because
trouble follows you, then trouble's following
they
you.
already pushed your whatever back
What?
court appearance back,
and you giving them more.
and
leverage.
now you acting up while the court appearance is pushed back,
you don't think the lawyer's gonna come after that
and
information?
then you lie.
Yeah.
He was on DJ Academics, and DJ Academics called him up and asked him about this, and he said, "Did you knock out August?" And he said, "No." Then we see a video on TMZ
Yeah, you knocked
where
him
he
out,
bragging about
honey.
knocking August out.
Your credibility is being
Dude,
reviewed.
Megan get ready to send you,
Megan
dude. You
she
get ready to
gon-
go to
she
jail,
gonna win her
man.
case,
I'm
dude.
sorry.
She gonna win her
I'm sorry,
case.
Tory. You going to jail, dude.
Yeah, you gonna have
I
to-
don't know what you need to do. He's not from here. He's
maybe
from
you need to
Canada.
Practice your little punches when you get
He's
to
not
prison.
from here. He's from Canada.
Oh,
But-
so he's gonna be sent back home
Yeah, but still, they gonna have
because they
to.
won't put him in an American prison.
August Alsina isn't denying he left Tory Lanez hanging during an attempted handshake. That's how it started. But this new video shows the diss happening and Tory's immediate and angry reaction. Tory Lanez was embarrassed August Alsina curved him so crazily and went in attack mode. He literally said on DJ Academics, I'm not
That
going
he
to
didn't
play
hit
it.
him.
Y'all can go to TMZ and watch the video.
Right.
That he didn't hit him. You can see August strolling through a backstage hallway in the Chicago venue. They were here. When Tory extends his hand for a shake. And August hit him with a fierce sidestep to avoid the contact. A perplexed Tory was left standing in the hallway with his hand out.
Ah,
Until an onlooker fan dapped him up. After shaking off the embarrassment, Tory and his security team regrouped before squaring up with August again, where the alleged assault took place. As he's prancing through the hall, you can hear a woman pleading for Tory not to do it because of his pending case against Megan Thee Stallion.
Do they not get along though, Tory and?
No, he mad because he didn't shake his hand.
Oh wow!
According to August, Tory did it anyway, as the video shows. His security rushing him from the area and later on giving high fives as the cameraman talks about him knocking out August.
So he don't think that this gonna have anything to do with his current case with Megan.
He is a fool.
He's a fool because he's messing his case up.
August went on to he went on Instagram or tweet. I don't know if it's Twitter or Instagram. Mm-hmm. As I'm exiting the building after the show last night, a 4'11" size leprechaun ran down on me. He calling Tory little because Tory's little. Okay. He calling him a leprechaun. With 8 oversized security ninjas, whom I greeted each individually upon their walk up as they tried to press me. Whole time I'm 1 deep, no security. So he was mad because August
shunned him a little.
Shunned him. And August shunned him because Tory did a song a while back that had a line in there about August and Jada.
Oh.
So he was kind of like, keep that saying, you ain't my friend.
I don't want that energy.
I ain't dapping you up. You're not my friend.
But the sad thing about this Tory guy, it shows his character and lack of integrity. Let's imagine if he was drunk.
Oh my God.
He would be like I told you, that picture I saw, he looked like he would shoot somebody. He looked like he'd shoot her toe or whatever he shot.
Dude.
He messing his case up.
Your pending case
the way you
with Megan shows you are a hothead.
I bet her lawyer is happy.
Oh my goodness.
He got a hold of this.
And his case was moved 2 more months.
Yeah.
Megan's mom must be from heaven looking out for her.
Praying hard.
No, move the case, Megan. Move the case another 2 months because this
idiot
is going to
act up. That's true, because if they had already had the case going, it wouldn't have seen none of this crap. Okay. It just shows his true color, though.
And for somebody to plead with him, the person saying, you got a case coming, don't do nothing.
And that's why you got people around you, surrounded around you, to make you hopefully you don't do stupid stuff like you just did. That's fine. I think he needs to learn and maybe spend some time in prison.
I believe Megan now. Sorry.
He needs to learn.
At first I was on the fence. I was like, Megan could be not telling the truth. Maybe no, I believe Megan now. Okay. Because he's a hothead.
Yeah, he's a hothead.
And if you watch August, I watch August, his YouTube channel. Y'all go to his YouTube channel. I like August.
He's not a hothead.
No, I like August. Okay. He's a nice guy.
The one that Jada took advantage of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. August is a nice guy.
She did a President Clinton move.
Yeah. And he don't, and the one thing about August
that she has as a mom and a parent.
And the thing I like about August is August don't lie. Mm-hmm. What's Foxworth say? Hey, what's up? She said, hi sisters, August should put a charge on him. Totally agree.
Yes. Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Just like that pastor.
Totally agree. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he will. I don't think he will. He don't seem
like he's that kind of guy.
August is from the streets too, and I don't think he will.
So Megan should send him a check.
No charges.
She wins her case.
And they asked Chicago, no charges have been. He's not going to. He's not going to.
But you know what?
He's from the streets. He's from New Orleans. But he's from the hood.
You know
he's
what?
He's not going to do that.
It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Because it
don't matter.
If Megan's lawyer uses this,
it's over.
He gone.
It's over.
Bye to Canada.
Exactly.
See ya.
Exactly. All right, so that was that.
Rapping in prison like R. Kelly.
Look at that. And he was by himself.
Oh.
And August is sickly.
Is he?
He's sickly. He like almost dies a lot. He goes in the hospital. Oh. Which is why he was very vulnerable with Jada.
Oh, okay.
So they jumped him.
That's sad.
Yeah.
So they hoodwinked.
4 foot.
I told you with that picture you showed me last time.
Leprechaun.
He looked like he would shoot somebody.
And a leprechaun.
I'm sorry, dude. And somebody just grab that chain and choke you with it. That's just wrong. Okay.
Yeah, you're not even from here. You're from Canada.
I know. You didn't bring that all the way.
Blame Canada. That song. Whatever. All right, so that's him.
Okay.
That was it, right? The bishop is the last story.
The bishop is the last story. Another angry man.
Y'all,
if y'all following this story,
this,
some people probably are not even following this story.
The bishop, Lamar,
with Larry Reed.
Is it Lamar or Lamore? Whitehead.
I don't even know.
Assaults a woman during service.
What bishop? What? How does that line look? Bishop assaults a woman
in service.
In service. How does that line right there? You could just go home after that reading that.
And he had a nerve. He has the nerve to speak in tongues while he doing it.
Oh my God. Pray in the spirit, y'all. Come on. That just shows you. Come on now. That's why some people not in church. They don't like the games. They don't like the fakeness.
So people know who don't know this story.
Yeah.
This man is the same man who said he got robbed from his jewelry, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
In his pulpit.
In this, it ain't even a real church. It's a storefront.
And they say you got all that money,
and you got like jewelry, 5 people in this church,
and you got a church front, a storefront looking church.
Yeah,
your jewelry is more than the church.
And he's a pastor now. Apparently, he went to prison a while ago for embezzlement and all this other stuff. Allegedly, well, not allegedly, he did. He went to prison.
He went to prison,
and he's out. He's a pastor.
He's trying to do his game,
and he's still making money. He's still,
I think he even. Well, I can't say that because I was going to say he's on the lines of a Jim Jones, but Jim Jones was really tragic.
No, and Jim Jones
people with him,
and Jim Jones had people. This man got like 5 people in the church.
I don't even know what he got in the church.
Okay, so this man had the nerve. Okay, so he already, upset that Larry Reed. He can't stand Larry Reed. And
why are you talking?
He already is upset with Larry Reed.
Yes,
because Larry Reed put him on blast and said that. Told everybody about his history, has been working with the FBI to give information that he knows about this man. So the man is already on edge. And people probably been coming to his church to just kind of see who he is. He's a legend now. He's a celebrity. Yeah. So people come in there probably just to see who he is. They don't care about his whatever.
Larry Reed has a lot of followers.
Yeah.
So he actually made him known.
Yeah. So people come in there. Yeah. So this lady ain't a member. She just in his church. So apparently she must be saying something to get his attention.
Supposed to be prophesying or praying.
She was speaking in tongues, saying, "Thus saith the Lord thy God."
That was out of order.
And it was. You don't stand up in somebody's church and just start because you got a word from God. Decide you want to just start saying something. But he should have let security get rid of her.
Thank you.
He told her to come up.
Now you inviting her to the front.
The woman came up.
So what cause do you have to get mad if you're inviting her?
The woman came up, and apparently, according to him, instead of coming to him, she started walking towards his wife and his child.
Because she had a word for the wife.
And they had just been robbed. So that's why he was feeling a certain kind of way.
One of the things they said on the Larry Reed show and another guy's show as well.
Why did she walk over there?
They said that she follows his wife as far as her show.
Oh.
She's like, you know how we follow people's podcasts and all that.
So she was trying to talk to her.
She was speaking to the wife. She didn't care about him.
Thus saith the Lord.
Thus saith the Lord. I have a word for you. Whatever.
So she was speaking in tongues. And he was speaking in tongues. So tongues was tongue and tonguing.
Tongue and tonguing.
So I guess her tongue,
French tongue,
was making his tongue feel uncomfortable.
Blasphemy.
So maybe his tongue was coming from somewhere else.
His tongues could have been another tongue.
That's what I'm saying. So the devil got mad.
What is that other name they call the devil? Beelzebub.
He got mad. Okay. And said,
because she was outshining him, probably.
Right. Well, she's speaking in tongues.
Oh, see, and maybe she's actually getting
a prophetic word,
and he didn't like
the devil got mad.
Oh, I don't like that attention.
And the devil,
how the devil is.
Yeah. So he jumped down off stage and grabbed her by her neck and pushed her
I wish
down.
I had seen the camera go even over.
It does. I wish I could find it. Oh, but this is one. This is one. They
said she has some scratches on her neck and everything.
In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Let's pray in the spirit, y'all.
You tie my bow tie.
And a lot of people probably listening to this going, this is a shame.
Glory to God. Now remove her out of here. Now move her
See,
out
he
of
should have
here.
left it there.
Yeah.
Move her out of here. Amen. Come on, let's give Jesus a round of applause, y'all. Hey, yes, Lord. Let's give Jesus a round of applause. Let's give Jesus a round of applause. Let's give Jesus a round of applause. Now let's give Jesus a round of applause. While they take pictures and they want to be on social media, take the pictures. Take the pictures. Take the pictures. Take the pictures.
There it is.
I thought they removed her. She done came on up. Ooh, he touched her. He pushed her.
Now, the other angle, that's why I wish this is on Teen Jive's channel.
Okay.
The pictures.
Oh, there's somebody else that got a videotape.
Yeah. Of taking her all the way out. He grabs her by her neck and he takes her down the aisle and pushes her out the door and tells security to come to go get her. Then the police came. What are you laughing at?
Some people was calling in Larry saying, if I was her, I would have came out of the spirit and punched the hell out of him.
So you speaking like, I would have been like, oh, the my son, and as soon as he grabbed my neck, hold on now.
The blood of Jesus. Devil.
If we going carnal up in this mug, sorry, God.
I know we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but I'm about to knock the hell out of this man.
This man grabbed her by her neck.
Oh my goodness.
Took her. Now, people were saying, if you do that in front of people,
what do you do?
What do you do to women behind the scenes?
He's been very vocal and very negative to women when he even called in and fussed at Larry Reid and the lady that was on Larry Reid's show.
He was calling her heavy,
calling her heavy D and fat and all that, and people were saying, I'm concerned.
He's
now.
very abusive to women. Abusive. Maybe he was somebody's woman when he was in jail.
I don't know.
And that's why he feels bad about it.
He needs to probably go back. I don't think he's learned his lesson. But God's going to have to deal with him because God is the better one to do it. Man, we can beat him up, put him in a jail cell, kick him, take his money. But when God steps in, he sits down and raises up another one. You in trouble, my brother.
Ain't that sad?
Have mercy on your soul. God, you playing.
So that's the thing is we want to see what's going to happen with this case.
She brought charges against him.
She is definitely bringing charges, and he's going to have to deal with it. He answered and said something along the lines of, I thought she was going to attack my wife and my kids. He
always bringing the wife and kid in the play.
Because he was robbed, so now he's upset about that.
So we see how far this bishop, and one lady called in, good question. She said, who ordained him? Does he have accountability people? She said, nobody's calling in about, his behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Who does he actually go to for his, to be accountable? Because they said his wife was ordained.
Let's see what some people said.
The gentleman there could have said something.
In the comments, this is on King Jives. Mm-hmm. He really trying to justify that negative behavior with the other churchgoers. I'm glad he continues to record all of his crimes.
Yes.
And he keeps putting it on camera.
He keeps putting it on social media.
He's a straight clown. No aggression for those men that laid you down in your own space. But you'll put your entire hands on a woman.
Yes.
Again, no cries from the baby or the wife. Only his claims that this woman was walking towards his family. He created an excuse for the abuse.
Yeah, excuse.
Wow, he told her to come up there.
Yes, he did.
If she was so much of a threat, then he wouldn't have told her to come up there.
Thank you.
Made up an excuse that she was going towards his wife and baby.
Thank you.
I feel threatened in this way of trying to justify his horrible behavior. I blame the people still following him.
Thank you. In the audience.
Why do people still follow these people?
But remember I said before we started filming, they have probably a like-minded spirit like him. They probably have the same spirit he has, so they feel like he's the spokesman for us.
So a moron spirit.
Or whatever, anger, an angry black person, whoever they are, because they tend to kind of cling to him.
Somebody
said, my spokesperson.
This is crazy. That lady was walking and was not trying to harm him, his wife or his baby. Unbelievable. Made up an excuse for his horrible behavior towards her. She was just protecting her views. Mm-hmm. This is so sad.
Yeah, it is.
This lady says, I have come to realization that this is a wolf's in sheep's clothing.
Yes, it is.
And for all the people that are clapping and cheering him on are under his spell.
Yes.
That's what you said. What's his name? Reminds you of what's his name? Jim Jones.
Oh, Jim Jones.
I didn't see it too well when he got robbed. I was just wondering what kind of pastor wears all that jewelry to church. But then seeing him shove this lady's head and claim that he was trying to protect his family is just weird. Notice how he continued to cut her off the whole time she was yelling.
Yes.
I would really like to know what she was saying. Most pastors let you speak unless it's something very disrespectful. I told you I saw a little bit of Larry Reed, and she was saying, "Thus saith the Lord," about against him, about judgment or something coming against him. Yeah. That's why he was cutting her off.
He didn't want that spoken.
This man must be stopped. Why is there still no security in this church? I thought he had security. Didn't he tell security to get her out of there?
Apparently, is it the same security that didn't protect him when his jewelry got stolen? He was talking to him like for her to go out.
I don't think he is moving in wisdom. With so much attention on his church in a space that is clearly rented, I don't know why he didn't shut this location down, secure a new space, and communicate it privately to his members.
Yes.
Or just have private online services for a while.
No, he has to
on Zoom.
He has to be seen.
He doesn't seem to have a whole lot of members, so it should be easy to facilitate.
No, he has to be on camera. He has to be full from head to toe because you got to see his suit.
If he feels so-called threatened, and clearly people from the internet can be crazy, he's just not protecting himself, his family, or his church congregation. Simply not wise. I won't even bother to address the fact that he invited her to come up there. So my thing is, people don't get tired of trying to use God and make money.
And pimping God. They pimping
and pimp and pimping the church.
His name. Pimping the church.
Pimping the church.
Because they know there's his power in his name. Because I even think about when that scripture where he says, did I not prophesy in your name?
All these things.
I cast out demons in your name. He said, depart from me, you doer of iniquity.
For I don't know you. I never even knew you.
And I always used to cry when I was read that scripture because his name was so powerful. Things can still operate in the supernatural. Demons tremble. So for him to say, you used my name, but I don't know who you are. You don't even talk to me.
To me, all of this
scary to be at that place.
And even on her. I'm not letting her escape.
Right.
That's not out of order.
She was out of order.
God did not tell you to come to that man's church, stand up in the middle of his service, and just start screaming.
Service. Yes.
God didn't tell you that.
Yeah.
Because he don't do things like that.
Unless her plan was just as sneaky as his.
And no, he was going to react that way. He
going to touch me and I'm going to sue him. Because I'm going to get some money from him because he got a lot of jewelry.
So in my opinion, neither one of them was acting out of
And some people have made that comment too about her.
Neither one of them.
Larry Reed was saying, regardless of her fault, don't put your hands on the woman.
Don't put
if she coming at you and you're protecting yourself, he can understand
and
to an
his
extent.
Security should have gotten rid of her, not him.
You don't manhandle her. He took her neck and just pushed her.
And her name is Prophet Tarsha. That's what's on the side.
Does he do that at home with his wife and his daughters?
He probably does.
I am so concerned about that family.
Yeah.
I feel like she's abused and don't want to leave it.
She ain't gonna say
afraid to go.
Well, she wearing thousands and thousands of dollars worth of jewelry.
Some women take the abuse because they like the lifestyle. So that limelight that they get.
So that was it. Okay. That's just the thing. That's just it's ridiculous.
We had to talk about that today. But that scripture alone is you're doing everything in His name. Eat a bow tie. Let's give a hand praise for Jesus. Jesus is probably saying, I don't know you.
Yeah.
Spend time with me so you don't act this way. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that was it.
That was it.
You have anything else?
No, that was it. That we're going to share with the people today.
All right, y'all.
I wrote down my other rapper. I'm so glad when I get to add to my little rappers list.
Ridiculous.
There's a female one too. So.
All right. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
And believe.
Always believe.
Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See you later.
I'm supposed to say it with you.
Say it now. And that was another Woods Report.
I don't know.
See you later.
La La Land.